Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As usual, my hair has no idea what the fuck she's doing, so please ignore her. She's just doing whatever the fuck she thinks she's doing. I wanted to do part 2 of my Devinah Cosmetics and Looxi Beauty video today, so the second batch of highlighters and eyeshadows are in, and I just wanted to do a little swatch video with you. I'm going to link the first part right here because I don't want to go into the details about the two brands and my experience with them. I still had a great experience the second time around, so I don't feel like I need to repeat myself from the first video, so I'm going to link it up here so that you can watch it and get my general thoughts on the two brands. And I think for this video I'm just going to focus a little bit more on the new batch of products that I got. As far as Devinah goes, I haven't tried still any of her eyeshadows. I've still focused on the highlighters, and I picked up two new highlighters, which are the ones over here. I currently have my Devinah Cosmetics highlighters and the one from Looxi in this little Sephora palette, and I received a bunch of new eyeshadows from Looxi Beauty that I now have in this beautiful Colourpop magnetic palette that I purchased recently, which is like the cutest thing ever. Unfortunately, I can see that it's already gotten dirty here, but okay, whatever. So I got my second batch of Auroras from Looxi Beauty, as well as one of her like regular line eyeshadows, just because it was in discount and I wanted to try it. And I'm just going to jump into the swatches of everything individually. I'm going to compare it to things that I think are similar. And just as a disclaimer, I am going to swatch all of these over a glitter base or foiled because I feel like they're chunky, glittery, duochromy eyeshadows. That is really the only way to show their true beauty. I'm not a fan of applying these eyeshadows dry or only over the primer, so if you're interested in that, you're not going to find it here. I'm sorry, it's just not the way I roll. So without further ado, let's just jump into the swatches of all the products. So one of the new highlighters that I picked up from Devinah is in the shade Euphoria. Euphoria is actually very similar to Zion, not so much if you look at them just in the pan, but if you swatch them, I feel like they look quite similar. I'm going to try to swatch them side by side for you. But Euphoria is this gorgeous gold shifting peach highlighter, and I'm really happy that on my personal skin tone it shifts a little bit more peachy orange rather than gold, because I'm not a huge fan of gold highlighters on myself. This one is beautiful. The formula, just like with the other ones, is great. The second highlighter that I picked up from Devinah, and also my last one at the moment, is called Immortality. Immortality is unfortunately also very similar to Sana, the one that I showed in my previous video. I'm going to show side-by-side swatches so you can see, but Sana is a gorgeous, like, light pink color shifting highlighter. I really like it, I'm not gonna lie. Even though they look like the Zana and Zion I picked up before, Immortality and Euphoria are still beautiful, and I'm still going to continue enjoying using them. Okay, and now let's move on into the Auroras from Looxi Beauty that I picked up in my second batch of eyeshadows. The first one, and the one that I actually am going to show you in a tutorial, is called Mirage. Mirage is stunning. It is like a very intense gold which shifts into like a peachy pink. Shadow is a little more chunky, so unfortunately I'm not really sure that it applies very well on a swatch. If you apply it foiled over your eyelids, it looks beautiful, but keep in mind it's a bit more chunky. You do have to use this shade over a glitter glue of sorts. The next eyeshadow I picked up from Looxi Beauty is called Very Sexy. And Very Sexy, also used in a tutorial that you're going to see very soon, is like this goldish and thick gold green shade that shifts into a very intense, like, metallic red berry shade. It is beautiful. This shade, however, is very similar to Juice, which I showed in my first video, and I'm going to swatch them here side by side for you so that you can see. They're very similar. I feel like if you have one, you don't necessarily need the other. I really like these types of shades, so I don't regret having both, but that being said, I don't think you need both. They're very similar. The next Aurora I picked up is called Spellbound, and Spellbound is also a really beautiful, like, peachy pink rose goldy shade. It has a beautiful shift to it, and I can't remember, I think it was Mirage that was also supposed to be a dupe from one of the Pat McGrath Mothership eyeshadows, or it was Spellbound, I'm not really sure. Either way, this is also a really beautiful shadow. Another one of those that I would absolutely advise you to use over a glitter glue or with a fixing spray, because I don't think it will apply very well without those. That being said, it's a beautiful neutral shade, so if you dig those types of shades, maybe try Spellbound. The next one I picked up is called Royal, and Royal is this beautiful, like warm mid-tone purple with a copper shift to it. I must say, I was hoping for the copper shift to be a little more intense. It's there, but it's definitely not as intense as I was hoping for it to be. That being said, if you enjoy purples, you are going to like this because it's beautiful. The last Aurora that I have at the moment is Boujee, and Boujee, I don't know how you pronounce this. Is it like this? Is it Boujee? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is a very interesting shade because on the website it is described as a shade which shifts from like a gold, green to pink and blue, and if you look at it in the light, it absolutely shifts into all of these different shades. It's a very, very beautiful shade. Like, I can't really describe it. It's really pretty. It looks really beautiful on the lids. If I don't forget, I'm going to insert photos of looks I've done with these eyeshadows, including Boujee. And the last eyeshadow, and the one that is not part of the Auroras, is called Penny Lane. Penny Lane is like a very boring neutral shade. It's like this light champagne-y brown with pink tones to it. I absolutely love these types of neutrals because they really work for me and for my personal skin tone. So I picked it up. I haven't used it yet, but I think it's beautiful and I can't wait to use it.